I'd like to invite our rock star of the hour here, Bianca Petri. Bianca, thank you very much for joining us today. Bianca has worked first with us at Franchise Wizards. We looked into several franchise opportunities for her. Later, she retained immigration attorney Bobby Chung. She's one of our recent cases of success, and we would appreciate if you could share a little bit about your journey, your motivation, any challenges. We know it's an endeavor to move your family from another country here, start a business, and any advice you can share with the audience here. I want to point out this is a super nice picture from Franchise Dictionary magazine that featured Bianca and her Four Covers International franchise, this recent issue here. I was so happy to see you here. Please.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for having me during this webinar. It really means a lot to me to be here because I do want to share my experience. We just went through the process, and I wish there was something like this when I was going through, because it would have helped a lot. But I do want to start by telling the audience a little bit about myself. So we both, myself and my mom, we were the primary applicants. We moved to Florida from freezing Canada and Toronto. So we wanted to live the lifestyle where we could enjoy the weather. In Canada, I worked as a high school teacher, but also as a real estate agent. My husband had a renovation company up there. So when we started the process, really, we were looking at building a legacy for our family. It felt that no matter what we were doing, we were stuck. So I've always dreamt of proving myself. And also I always dreamt of kind of being in an HGTV show. So it was, it was all these things. And then we started looking into franchising because, as Daniel said, moving to another country can be very difficult. You don't know anyone. You don't know where to start. You don't know where to begin. So the franchise really offers you that plan that you can follow step by step and the support that you need as a newcomer. We originally moved from Romania to Canada, so we had done that before, but with no support. So we knew how important it was for us to be able to be part of a franchise because we wanted to kind of have a set guideline of what were the expectations from us and what were the expectations from the franchise. So that's how we decided to look at the franchise route. And I guess it was fate that one Sunday afternoon, while Googling franchises, I saw Daniel's website and booked an appointment and started working with you, Daniel. As you remember, we looked at different options, and you were so amazing trying to explain all this process and really trying to find the best fit for us. And while that was an immense help, and this is an advice that I would give everyone, talk with the, if you're interested in opening a franchise, talk with the franchisors. You have to know exactly what they do, how they do it. You're going to rely on their support every step of the way. There's no ifs or buts about it. So make sure that the franchise that you choose is a good fit. I felt that with Floor Coverings International from the get-go. First, because it was in an area that appealed to who I am as a person. Second, because I kind of saw myself going into people's homes and, running my own HGTV show, so to speak. And thirdly, because I think that their level of support was unparalleled compared to other franchisees and franchisors that I looked into. So definitely that is very, very important. And that helps with the visa process. That helps with, as Daniel mentioned, marketing. You cannot open a business if you don't invest in marketing. And without a set plan, you wouldn't know where to start and where to begin. Also, in my journey, Attorney Chung has been amazing. So I'm a planner. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm a planner, and Attorney Chung offered that plan for me very, very clearly. So it's the same as with the franchise. You buy into the franchise, you buy into the actual product that you know it's going to work. It's like someone said, you know, you pay money and might as well do what they tell you to do. You kind of drink the Kool-Aid, do it. And it's the same. That's how I felt with Attorney Chung. He was very, very, every step of the way, every step was itemized. I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew how to get there. If I ever had questions, the team was amazing. And, you know, I called many times because as much as I'm a planner, I'm also an overachiever. So I try to go above and beyond all the advice just to, and this was because I wanted to maximize our chances of getting our E2, and I didn't want to make any mistakes along the way, and I wanted everything to be perfect. Any advice that I could give potential E2 candidates? Please, please, please listen to your attorney. Make sure that you make the best informed decisions. Make sure that you do your due diligence when it comes to the business plan that you want to follow. For me, it was a franchise. It worked out. It was as detailed as I wanted it to be. Everyone's different, but make sure you ask those questions and make sure that you follow the advice of other people that have walked the walk. Because if you start doing things, you know, oh, I'm just going to do something on my own, chances are, you know, they're not going to work all the time. So yeah, that's really it in a nutshell.
I just also want to compliment you that the reason for the successful outcome in your case is largely due to your credit. An attorney can provide advice and guidance, but it's a partnership collaboration with the client. And the successful implementation is dependent on the client's cooperation. What Bianca did that allowed for a smooth, successful outcome was she allowed me as an attorney opportunity to guide her from beginning to end. And it felt like we were on the same team from beginning to end. And she followed my advice, implemented, asked great questions, and we were able to collaborate as teammates from beginning to end. A client that has already begun investment where I come in midpoint and have to backtrack and determine if things were done right with the source of funds, with fund transfer, with the business selection. Sometimes we run into a situation where I'm in damage control, where I discover some things that were done not ideally, or sometimes done wrong, where I cannot unrung that bell. And I'm in damage control, and in our case, E2 visa case, and potential success is jeopardized. So I'm always feeling grateful for the clients that give me the opportunity to guide from zero all the way to the end. And that's where I, as attorney, feel the most confident about our probability of success. So thank you, Bianca, for being such an amazing client to me.
Thank you so much, Attorney Chung. It was an absolute pleasure.
All right. And just to second something that Attorney Chung just mentioned, that's why I was advising you guys to retain your immigration attorney before you start deploying your plan. Prior to deploying your plan, prior to entering the United States, prior to moving money to the United States, prior to forming a legal entity, be mindful that there are details you don't know about that could jeopardize your your visa case. So you don't need to do that by yourself. There's a professional like Attorney Chung that can guide you through this process, so you do it right the first time. Thank you very much, Bianca, for your story here. Really appreciate it, and congratulations again in all the success. You didn't mention that, but I'm gonna say you got an award from the franchise. How long have you been in the franchise?
We started officially on October 1st, so it's been 4 months.
All right.
Yeah, so it's quite amazing. We've accomplished a lot, and we're living the dream, so to speak. Yeah.
Glad to hear. Congratulations again. Whenever someone is considering franchising, is evaluating a franchise opportunity, there is a structured process in place. You're gonna first have a few discovery calls with the franchisor. They will break down the business model for you in more manageable pieces, educate you about the economics of the business. They then have to give you access to the franchise disclosure document. That's the federally regulated document I was talking about. That's the X-ray of the franchise offering. And you can ask to speak with existing franchisees of the system. Is this what we call validation calls? Pick their brains, ask them tough questions. Let me tell you, they will tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. They're gonna tell you about a good day in a life, a bad day in a life, if they are achieving their goals, if the franchisor is supportive, and it's a very important step. Not everybody, does that, but it's available for you.